What's up, Lexi Mob? It's Alexiana. Welcome back to my channel. Now, judging by that title, yes, we're going to be talking about the 2001 movie Carmen, a hip opera starring the Queen Bee herself, Beyonce, and also the fine as hell Mekhi Phifer. Now, if you're not familiar with what Carmen, a hip opera is about, basically it's a story that's been retold over and over and over again. It tells a story about this girl named Carmen Brown, and she pretty much catches the attention of every man she sees, and she ends up falling in love with a man named Derek Hill and stuff like that, and they fall in love and whatnot, and things go awry. She ends up dumping him, and she ends up dying in the end after the fact. Not by him, of course, but from somebody else. That's pretty much what Carmen, a hip hopper, is about. And like I said, the big question to y'all is this. Well, I don't think I said this in the beginning, but I'm just going to say it right now. The question that I want to ask y'all is this, for those of you out there that have seen the movie. Did Carmen deserve what happened to her or not? Pretty much Carmen is basically a story that's been retold over and over and over again. Basically, the original Carmen story, just like I said, this one that I'm talking about right now is called Carmen, a hip opera. Basically, hip hop opera, hip opera combined together. Basically, Carmen is a story that's been retold over and over and over again. Basically, the original Carmen is a opera and stuff like that, and basically, like I said, it tells a story about a woman named Carmen who catches the attention of every man she sees. She falls in love head over heels with a dude, and things go awry, and she ends up dying in the end, pretty much. Yeah, it's basically a story that's pretty much been retold over and over and over again. You have the original Carmen opera, then you have, I want to say, the 1940s or 50s version starring, God rest their soul, both Harry Belafonte and Dorothy Dandridge, and now you have, the 2001 Carmen hip hopper version. So it's pretty much a story that's been retold over and over and over again. So basically, I want to ask y'all this: did Carmen, pretty much in all three of them, not just with Carmen the hip opera, did Carmen deserve what happened to her in the end or no? Because Carmen dies in the end, so did she deserve what happened to her in the end or no? Now, let's look at it from both angles. On one hand, no. We're talking about Carmen, a hip hopper here. That's my favorite one. Excuse the music. Y'all know it's Super Bowl Sunday and motherfuckers is going crazy out here, so excuse the noise in the background. But on one hand, no, she didn't deserve it, because keep in mind, yes, and by the way, I just want to say this. I'm not talking about Beyonce. I'm talking about Carmen Brown. So I don't want the Beehive to comment on this post and be like, oh, you dissed Beyonce, this, that, and the third. I would never in my life diss Beyonce. I'm talking about the character Carmen Brown, not Beyonce. I'm talking about Carmen Brown, not Beyonce. I am talking about Carmen Brown, not Beyonce. Okay? So yeah, I just want to put that out there so motherfuckers don't think I'm dissing Beyonce, because I'm not. I'm talking about Carmen Brown. They're two totally different people. On one hand, no, Carmen didn't deserve what happened to her, because yes, I will admit, she did, with the character Derek Hill and stuff like that, I will admit, she did seduce Derek into falling for her and stuff like that. And, she did seduce Derek into falling for her and whatnot. And, he pretty much jumped when she said jump and all the kind of other stuff. And, she did dump him in the end for another man and stuff. But at the end of the day, she was just a young girl pretty much aspiring to chase the stars. She was an aspiring actress. She was just a girl pretty much trying to make something out of herself. And Derek pretty much allowed himself to be seduced by her and fall under her spell. And look what happened. You ruined your whole life because of it. So is that her fault that you fell head over heels for her and you allowed her pretty much to seduce you? Is that her fault? No. You should have used common sense, buddy. But in another hand, yes, she kind of did deserve what happened to her, because it's like this. you reap what you sow. You can't just be going around treating people like crap and expect to get away with it. Like, in my opinion, I just want to say this. With Carmen and Hip Hopera, I just want to say this. She wasn't in love with Derek Hill, the person. She was in love with Derek Hill, the cop. Because like I had said, you know, if you've seen the movie, you know Carmen, she was an aspiring actress and stuff like that. And you know, she already had stars in her eyes and stuff like that. So she was in love with Derek Hill, the cop. Like, oh shit, he a cop. He can make me a star, this, that, and the third. And you seen, you know, when he lost his job for sleeping with her and stuff like that. You seen when he had lost his job and stuff and he was behind bars and he ended up getting out of jail and stuff like that. And pretty much started staying with her and stuff like that. He started seeing her for who she really was. See, he didn't have that job no more. And she pretty much started treating him like shit after the fact. You know, being mean to him, manipulating him, gaslighting him, all that stuff. And you pretty much have a man like, I will admit, it was fucked up that Derek pretty much dumped his fiance. Because you seen the movie, you know, Derek Hill's engaged to this beautiful girl named Kayla. He was engaged to her and stuff like that. Like, it's fucked up that, you know, he pretty much dumped his fiance for Carmen. That's fucked up on his part, but this man really did care about this lady. And honey, you're pretty much treating him like crap, all because you don't care about nobody else but yourself. You're so stuck on being a star that you pretty much ignored the love that this man was throwing your way. And you're pretty much treating him like crap, all because he can't give you what you want. So like I said, she was in love with Derek Hill, the cop, rather than Derek Hill, the person. Because like I said, once he was down and out and couldn't do shit for her, he started seeing her for who she really was. Which I don't really blame her because, you know, you want to be with a man that can do something for you, but, you know, he lost his job and, you know, he ended up popping the lieutenant in the mouth and stuff like that. And, you know, he was on probation. And, you know, when you're on probation, I don't know how it works and stuff like that because I've never been in jail. But, you know, he was on probation, so he couldn't really leave the country. So, yeah. But yeah, like I said, this man really did care about her and stuff like that, and to have her treat him like crap is just, um, it's just not where it is. Like, you just can't go around treating people like crap and expect to get away with it. Basically, you reap what you sow. And also, I want to say this. The lieutenant, you know, the lieutenant and stuff like that you see in the movie, people say whatever the hell they want to say about that lieutenant. Like, yes, in the end, he killed Carmen. Yes, you know, he antagonized Derek to where Derek popped him in the face and stuff like that. Yes, he was an asshole, the whole 9 yards. But one thing about that lieutenant, the lieutenant saw straight through Carmen. You see when they was at that Blaze little concert thing and stuff like that, like how he called her a trick, this, that, and the third, how he was talking nasty to her and stuff like that. Like, I hate to say it, but the lieutenant saw straight through her. He saw straight through her. He knew what she was about. He knew what kind of girl she was and stuff like that. And, you know, she could pull the wool over his eyes. Basically, real recognized real. He knew what kind of girl she was. And I have a feeling how can I say this? I have a feeling, you know, in the end, you know, towards the end, before the lieutenant killed Carmen, you know, like, Derek was on the phone with, like, one of his ex-coworkers and stuff like that, and, you know, pretty much the detective and stuff like that, he pretty much was after him and stuff like that, and, you know, pretty much the detective, pretty much his coworker friend pretty much told him, like, hey, your best bet pretty much is to get the hell out of Dodge and leave Carmen alone. But Derek didn't listen. He ended up going to the concert trying to get Carmen, and the unthinkable happened and stuff like that. And I feel like had Derek would have listened to his friend and got the hell out of Dodge and stuff like that, and you may think I'm crazy for saying this, but I low-key think, you know, him and the lieutenant probably would have been close friends after the fact and stuff like that, because, you know, he'll soon find out, Derek will soon find out that the lieutenant was right about Carmen all along, that she was just a silly hoe, pretty much. So pretty much, yes, but so pretty much, no, she didn't deserve it because, you know, she was just a girl pretty much trying to make it. And, you know, Derek pretty much was dumb enough to fall under her spell. But then again, yes, because, you know, she was a bitch to him, you know, manipulating him, gaslighting him, the whole 9 yards. And, you know, you reap what you sow, pretty much. So basically, all in all, yes, she deserved it, but then again, no. Pretty much it's in between. Because, like, she did play with his heart and play with his feelings and stuff like that. But at the same time, you should have used common sense. You should have saw right through her shenanigans the minute you met her. You pretty much allowed her to seduce you into sleeping with her, and you pretty much end up losing everything because of it. You lost your job, you lost your freedom, you lost your fiance, a good girl that pretty much held you 10 toes down since y'all was kids, and the unthinkable happened, and now you're behind bars for the rest of your life over a crime that you didn't commit. So, yes and no. I mean, she was wrong for pretty much treating him like crap and playing with his heart and his emotions and stuff like that. But at the same time, this is where common sense comes into play. Like, you're the one that allowed her to seduce you, so whose fault is it really? So, yes and no. She deserved it, but then again, she didn't, you know? So, yeah. All in all, that just about concludes this video. And like I said, before I close out, I just want to say, like I said, this is a story that's been retold over and over again. I quickly want to touch on I want to say 1940s or 1950s Carmen movie, but her name wasn't Carmen Brown in there. Dorothy Dandridge's character, God rest her soul, was Carmen Jones. And in that one and stuff like that, the man that Carmen fell head over heels for ended up killing her. A total outsider did not. And I just want to touch on the ending part. The ending part of that movie, I remember I had saw it and stuff like that. And the ending part of that movie and stuff like that, it really pissed me off. Like, pretty much Carmen, he pretty much got Carmen some supply closet. And, you know, they started arguing back and forth and stuff like that. And he ended up choking her out, killing her and stuff like that. And what really pissed me off, I think, like, a janitor man ran in there and stuff like that, saw him choking Carmen out and then ran out. It's like, you bitch ass nigga, you could have saved, or you could have went and got help or some shit. Like, why the hell you just gonna run out and just allow the damn man to choke her? The fuck? And then in the end, once he had choked her stuff like that, he busted out in the song and then just walked out the supply closet like it was nothing with the damn maintenance man standing right there. Like, that ended pissed me off. Like, motherfucker, the damn maintenance man, you could have saved her. Or could have got help and got some other men that'll wrestle his ass off of her. And that end of that movie, it makes you wonder, like, did they just leave her body in there? Did the maintenance man and the man Carmen fell head over heels for, did they try to discard her body somewhere? Like, I don't know. But that ending pissed me off. So yeah, all in all, back to Carmen Hip Hopera. She kind of deserved what happened to her, but then again, no. Because you should have used common sense, Hill. So yeah, that just about concludes this video. I hope I made sense. I felt like I was rambling, but all in all, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to insert my social media handles over here as well in the description box down below. So feel free to add and follow me on those. So until next time, peace out. Biatch.